Hello, welcome to Above Deck, a below deck breakdown podcast. I'm Sarah Goldman, coming to you from Charleston, South Carolina. With me is my college roommate and co-host, Kelly.
I'm Kelly Busby, a former radio show host, and so excited for today's episode, coming to you from my home studio in Columbus. Together, we hosted the Socks with Sandals radio show on WFAL in Bowling Green, Ohio, and we are back again this week to discuss Below Deck and our love of all things Bravo. On this special Down Under bonus episode, we are going to do a crossover with the ladies on the Aft Deck Podcast.
Hey.
Hi.
Hello, it's so nice to see you both.
Yeah, it's nice to see you and put a face with a voice.
Well, I'm Lainz.
Hi, Lainz.
I'm Carla.
Hi, Carla.
Carla.
Wow.
How are you
Sarah.
guys? Sarah.
Kelly.
My name is actually Lorraine. I just like to let that
I was going to ask if it was a nickname.
It is a nickname. So I just thought I'd go with that little nickname instead of saying my actual name. It just is easier.
Oh, I love it.
Love it.
It is weird, though, to think that people know my nickname because only like really close friends usually say Lane. So now a lot of people are saying Lane. So it's kind of weird.
Oh, yeah, that would be weird. Are you guys in a school? Where are you?
We're in our studio, which is my husband's office, basically. So
Nice.
It's a really good podcasting room because it's tiny, carpet, and it's like being in a fishbowl.
That's cool. Wow.
But we just have to record at night usually or weekends because Lance has a 9 to 5, but also there's lots of jackhammering and all kinds of loud noises that they make on a regular day.
Okay, gotcha. What town are you guys in?
Brisbane.
You're in Brisbane. Okay, I've been to Brisbane.
Have you?
I stayed at a hostel there called Yellow Submarine. Is that still around? Do you know?
I don't know that one.
It probably isn't still around. I guess it was.
So what did you do in Brisbane?
I did the whole backpacking thing in my 20s. So I went where did I start? Sydney and then up the East Coast from there. So
that's really cool.
The only major thing I remember about Brisbane is the zoo was awesome. And because it was like the crocodile hunter was very popular.
Oh, Australia Zoo. Yeah, it's great. It's a really good zoo.
Yes. And there was like a big field of kangaroos and you could just walk around them and pet them and cuddle them and stuff.
I know, it's so cute. And we don't ever get sick of things like that either. Like we love, I've got 2 boys. Do you guys have any kids?
Mine
I have a daughter.
grown. Kelly has a daughter in high school.
Oh God. Both of mine are in high school and I want struggle street.
The struggle is real and it is hard. And I have a daughter, and so she's definitely put me through the tests. So
I've only got boys, but Carla, you've got.
Yeah, I've got 1 boy in high school and 2 younger girls.
Okay, so you guys you're in the thick of it.
I do have a quick question. Speaking of girls and stuff, have you gone to see Taylor? How is she doing? What's going on over there? Has your whole country kind of erupted because she's over there now?
Correct. The whole country is in Swift mode, and we couldn't get the tickets because it's like the golden ticket for Willy Wonka. You just can't.
Oh, yeah.
So really hard and very expensive. So we didn't. And also she didn't come to Brisbane. So it would have been flights to Sydney or Melbourne, accommodation. And of course they upped the costs of all of that sort of stuff. So
yes.
No, we didn't. But also Pink is here currently. So
that's fun.
it's great. And she's just finished her concert and she's coming back again in March. So she loves it here. We've adopted her.
Yeah.
You can't have her back.
She has a huge following here. Yeah.
We can share. It's fine.
Oh, that's so cool. So when did you guys start the podcast? How do you know each other? That kind of thing.
Okay, I'll take this one.
Go.
So we started the podcast about this time last year. I think it was February, and we started with the original season, so season 10.
Yes.
And it came about because I wanted to start a true crime podcast, which I have done. And Lainz and I were chatting. We always chat about Below Deck. We loved Below Deck, blah, blah, blah. And I think I just said one day, we should do a recap podcast on Below Deck. And she was like, okay, let's do it. And so within a week, we did it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
What's your true crime podcast?
It's called Bolo. It's a
Oh,
missing
love it.
persons podcast for
Oh.
missing Australian women. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, we'll have to check
Mm.
that out. That's
It's very cool. And the
Very.
hope is also to obviously get that out there so that someone might have information and actually find these women. So it's very good.
Yeah.
It's very different.
Yeah.
Oh, very cool. And then what are your day jobs? Or is that what you
I work for the government. This is my creative outlet. And to
Yeah, same.
also answer your question, Carla and I met at our kids' school. So we were school
Oh,
mum friends. And that's
cool.
how,
Aw.
yeah. Yep. And so you
Oh, that's
guys,
fun.
college roommates?
College roommates.
Yeah.
Yep. Met in
From
college.
just a few years ago.
Yeah. Just last year. Oh my gosh.
Last year. Great.
Same.
We met in
Exactly.
1998.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just a couple years
you
ago.
are you in different states? Where are you both
Yeah.
located?
We are. I'm in South Carolina, Charleston, South Carolina, where Southern Charm
I'm in-
is, if you know where that is.
I am obsessed with Southern Charm.
Okay.
Oh my God. What the hell is Austin like?
I don't know. I've seen him, but I haven't met him. So I imagine he's
He's
just
a hot mess.
douchey as he is on the show. And then Kelly's
They
in
all are.
Ohio, which is where we're from, like Midwest.
Okay,
Okay.
cool.
The heart of it all.
And
Yeah.
what made you guys decide to start your podcast?
Well, we had a radio show together when we were in college called the Socks with Sandals radio show. And we
That's
both
cute.
love podcasts and we both love Bravo. And it's kind of like we knew we wanted to do a podcast together and then we just had to come up with the idea. So Below Deck it was.
Because you don't just cover Below Deck, you cover it all.
Well, it's mainly Below Deck, but we have been
Yeah.
talking about the traders. We will talk about some other things occasionally, Bravo related. Do you guys watch Housewives and other Bravo shows? Or just Lainz?
It's all me, honestly. If I could
Okay.
quit my job and just watch TV for a living, I would. Do you have Goggle Box over there? A show called Goggle Box, or know of it?
No. What
No,
is
but
that?
I love watching clips of it on Facebook. I love
Yes.
Goggle
What is
Box.
it?
It's
It's
so
like where
good.
they watch the shows and they talk about them, like different TV shows and stuff. But it's like
Okay.
families and
Yes.
households. It's really fun.
Oh, that's
So I'm
We
gonna find
should
some for
try.
you.
We should do that. We should watch a Below Deck and pretend we're Goggle Boxes.
Yes.
I'm gonna
It's like what they did that last year with Kyle and Aisha. They sat on the couch and watched
okay.
stuff,
And
and
they do it
Kate
with
and
like 90 Day Fiance.
yeah, kinda.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Goggle
Where they
Box.
comment on everything. Yeah.
I
That's
really
such a-
enjoyed that when they did that for Below Deck. I thought that was hysterical.
Yeah, I liked it too. I
Too
did.
fun. Too fun.
Okay.
So how are we going to do this today?
Oh, well,
You guys
we have a
pros.
general outline. We have a plan, but a couple more questions for you guys before
Yeah.
we get into the episode.
Yeah.
Do you know who Tom Gay from the USA is?
No.
So he lives in Sydney and he's been there a long time, but he was a charter guest on Below Deck Down Under season 1. And I know both of you have not seen that, but it was the like paint me like a French boy episode, if you remember that. But he's in a ton of commercials over there. I think if you saw a picture of him, you'd be like, oh, that guy.
I'm good. I'm
Yeah,
Googling
look
now.
up Tom Gay USA. I think he's in like insurance commercials and
Yeah.
a
All the
bunch-
commercials.
a bunch of brands. Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, and then
Yes.
do you recognize him? We've had him
Oh,
on the
he's there with
podcast.
Captain Jason. Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
He looks
And-
fun.
Yeah, he's so fun, super
He's
fun.
a fun guy.
So, and do you guys have any connections to any Below Deck folks being from Australia?
Haven't met Ben yet, but Ben and I chat quite often on Instagram. So he's always messaging us with some stuff. And I just messaged him this morning and let him know that we were talking to you ladies. And I said, you know, any insider goss that you can spill without getting in hot water. And
Yeah.
so he just said, let me think about it. And I said, well, you got 5
Oh.
minutes.
Okay. Love that.
And
And Captain Kerry.
Captain Kerry, we haven't met either, but we've had a few chats with him. He likes to listen to the pod and answer our questions via Instagram.
Aw, he's a
that's
great
We do
guy.
have a lot of the crew. I'm sure you guys do as well, but we do have a lot of the crew messaging us privately, like about our podcast, which is really nice to know that they're listening. And I
Yeah.
still find it weird because I'm like, it's
Right.
just Carla and I talking about a TV show. And I'm like, oh, people are listening to this.
Yeah. That was something that blew me away when we started it. Like right off the bat, we had like 10 followers on Instagram, and like the connections we already had, like the inside track, we're like, can't believe anybody is listening to us.
Yes, I know. It's
So
so
cool.
funny.
How
Yeah.
long have you guys been going for now?
We
Uh,
just celebrated 2 years.
yeah, so we're like a
Yay.
year ahead of you guys, I guess.
Yep.
Because we are also February.
And it's awesome that I saw you guys at BravoCon.
Did you?
No, we weren't there, but I was
Oh, I
following
was like, what? I do
along.
not remember meeting you.
No, via socials.
She is
Oh,
a
gotcha.
stalker.
You felt like you were there. Okay.
I was loving all of your stories and following along with that. And so Carla and I were like, we've just got to get a BravoCon fund happening. We need to be there. It
Yes.
just looks
It's so worth
fun.
it. And
Tell
it's
your
just so
Patreons
fun.
to like step it up.
Yeah.
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 Pay
I-
us the money. It's funding our social life.
That's
Yeah.
right.
I mean, that plane ticket alone would just be astronomical.
I know. And the length of it, like in economy, ugh.
Oh, yeah,
thank
exactly.
you.
You want to be in one of those like Delta One, like lay down.
I
in
know.
the
We're
pod.
just so far
pods.
away.
Yeah, that's a that's a big commitment. Well,
It is.
So it's tomorrow, right? For you guys. So tomorrow it's
Sunday morning.
It's Sunday today for us.
Okay.
It's 10 a.m. on a Sunday morning.
so anything happened between 7 o'clock Columbus time and 10 o'clock your time that we need to know about since you're in the future? We just were curious, like anything you wanted to share or
Lottery
any
ticket
lotto
numbers.
tickets we need to buy. I don't know.
Oh my God. If we knew that.
We'll
Then they'd
we'll
be
text you
coming to
later.
BravoCon.
BravoCon.
Yeah.
Have you seen Ben's latest stories?
Oh, the question and answers. We did. Yeah, we just talked about it because we recorded our regular episode.
Oh, yes. He is off the market.
I know.
what is that?
100%.
Thoughts on that? Who are we thinking the lucky
We're
lady is?
thinking it's somebody that's gonna maybe come in as a stew or a deckhand later this season.
Or a guest.
Because he said you'll be meeting her soon.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
And we do know that Sunny has been in the country in the Gold Coast for
Oh.
Christmas last year. So 2023, she was on the Gold Coast and she stayed
Oh.
for the majority of January. So
Oh.
don't know if they met
Okay,
up
that's
or
interesting.
there's something there, but we know that she was spotted.
Yeah, now that you
Awesome.
say that, I'm like, I remember seeing pictures and things. Okay, very interesting.
And see,
Okay.
Ben's from the Goldie, so
Yeah.
he's he would have been very easy to catch up with her, and that's just about an hour away from
Right.
us here. So,
Oh, okay.
Okay.
and Ben
gotcha.
has said that he'd love to have a coffee or a beer with us. So we are just getting dates for that.
Yay.
That would be
So
awesome.
We'll let you know when that happens.
Yeah, that'd be
Yay.
awesome. Oh, that's very exciting. So this is going to be our itinerary for today. So we'll talk about the most recent season of Below Deck Down Under, which is season 2. And then we'll talk about Below Deck OG season 11, the current season. And then finally, we'll discuss kind of what we all know about Down Under season 3. Does that sound good?
Sounds great.
Okay. I can tell my husband is about to walk in, even though he knows I'm recording. I just want to throw that out there. But
Is he gonna? Is he in?
I hear him walking around, and he
Can you
called
hear
me a couple
footsteps?
times. So, but
There's
he
plenty
might
of
hear
times
that
where I'm on work meetings at home. I have the ability to work from home sometimes,
yeah.
and I'll be on a work call similar to this, and then one of my sons will walk past me, and I'm like, "What are you doing? I'm in a meeting." And they're like, "Hey." I'm like, "No,
Anyway, he
I'm
probably
trying to be
heard.
professional."
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that itinerary sounds great. It's fine.
Okay, cool.
Awesome. So let's get into season 2 of Down Under. And as a refresher, this was the crew from the Northern Sun. So we had Captain Jason, who we like to call Captain Dreamboat, Chef Serena, Aisha was our chief stew, Laura and Margot were the stews, and Laura ended up later being replaced by Jamie. Bosun was Luke, who was replaced by Joao, and our deckhands are Harry, Adam, and Culver. And Adam was replaced by Luka. There was a lot of like moving pieces this season.
Yeah.
So
There was. This was also the season of Budgy Smugglers.
yes.
There was a lot of Budgy
Is
Smugglers
that a very
on display.
well-known brand in Australia? Like, did you know what
Yes.
that was?
100%.
Okay,
Everybody knows a budgie smuggler. And I think most children start with budgie smugglers and then they end up going, actually, this isn't really cool. They go to board shorts and then they move
Okay.
back to budgie smugglers when they
Oh.
think, oh, it's cool again.
That's right.
We've got more
That's-
names for budgie smugglers.
Oh, I want to hear.
Oh,
So they come with many, many varieties. Carl,
Okay.
you want to start off?
Banana hammock is a good one.
Yeah.
that is a good one. I like that.
Ball huggers
Okay.
for obvious reasons.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lolly bags. And they're also really commonly called DTs over here,
Mm.
which stands for dick togs.
Big togs.
That's
Yeah.
what people call them as much
a
as budgie
tog?
smugglers. They're like, well,
Oh,
togs. Togs is what we call swimmers.
Oh, I didn't know.
Like get your
Okay.
togs on,
Yeah. So
that kind
cool.
of thing.
dick togs or DTs are what we call the budgies.
This is like a whole nother world for us. This is so
It's a
Love
interesting.
different language, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only one I'd heard of is banana hammock. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay. There's
And we
also a
would-
gross one, meat hangers.
Ew. That one is disgusting. That is
Aussies
hilarious.
can be quite disgusting. So, we did warn you
it's
about
so
explicit
fun.
language in our podcast.
Oh, we're all good. We're all good.
It's fine. It's fine.
But
Oh,
also
yeah.
the budgie smugglers that Harry was wearing throughout Down Under
Uh-huh.
was made by the brand. So there's a big company called Budgy Smugglers. So his were all designer
Yeah.
Oh,
They weren't like run of the mill,
Oh,
Kmart.
they were like the top of the line budgie smugglers.
okay. So Budgy Smuggler is not only a brand, but it's also kind of what you call that kind of swimsuit.
Exactly.
Kind of like tissues or Kleenex, like
Yeah.
Yes.
name or
Band-Aids or
Band-Aids.
yeah.
Okay. Huh. Okay. I guess we kind
I've
of do
learned
that
so
with,
much already.
we do that. We
Stick
call them
stick
Speedos,
around.
I guess. Like Speedos is a brand, but it also means like
Oh,
little
yes. I
bathing
forgot
suit
about that
bottoms.
one.
Mm.
Yeah.
We don't use it much, but yeah, we do.
Okay.
Speedos. Yeah.
There was a lot of noodle eating this season, a lot of slurping of the noodles.
And they were
Drunken
calling it,
slurping of the noodles.
tell me, is this an American thing? They're calling 2-minute noodles ramen.
Oh,
Yeah, that's a American thing. Yeah.
Oh, it
Okay.
is. Okay, gotcha.
I mean, I've or cup of noodles, but like usually the stuff that it comes in the packet has a little seasoning pack, cooks
Yeah.
for 3 minutes. We call them ramen.
It's really
We
cheap.
know it's
college
it's-
student food.
yeah,
Yeah.
25 cents a pack, probably 50
Yeah.
cents now, but yeah,
Yeah.
we call it ramen because
Yeah, that was new for us because we call them 2-minute noodles. And we're like, why are they calling them ramen? Because ramen would be like a fancy noodle that you'd get from
Oh, okay.
an Asian restaurant.
right with like
I'm
an
like-
egg and some pork and
Yes.
some
Yeah,
stuff in it.
veggies and stuff.
A
Oh,
beautiful
that's
broth.
interesting.
Yeah, no,
Um,
this
Like,
just
it's
has
not
a lot of
ramen.
sodium.
A lot of sodium.
That's all that
And
packet
Asia-
is sodium.
Yeah.
Aisha would put like, I don't know, 8 packets in
Yes.
this big bowl, and then they're putting it in the microwave up there. I was like, there's going to be a burn situation happening.
Yeah, there's gonna be a problem.
And I love that Aisha would always take her noodles to bed. It was like her nighttime
laying
bottle.
down.
You
Yeah.
know, she just was
While
always
she's laying
loving those
down.
noodles. Yes.
How do you do that? Like, it was impressive because it
Yeah.
wasn't messy, and she was drunk.
And she
Aisha.
didn't burn her chest with any of the broth.
Yeah. A lot of
Amazing.
experience, I think.
She's superhuman.
Another
She is.
favorite moment of this season was when Culver asked Jamie to be his girlfriend, and he had Joao with his mad computer skills make the
Print
card.
shop.
I mean, what did you think of that? The computer skills.
It was so silly. I'm like, does Culver really not know how to make a card? Also, couldn't you just like write it on a piece of paper? I don't know. It
Be
was,
my
and
girlfriend,
also-
check yes or no.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh God, it was hard to watch.
He-
God love him.
He needed an extra box, like a maybe.
Yeah.
Yes,
You
maybe,
gotta have
no.
yes, no, maybe. That's just like elementary school 101.
Right?
I think it was a very reluctant yes.
Yeah, I was
Yes.
like, I'm on
Jamie.
camera, so I better say yes. But you know, they
And then
did
later say no.
travel together after the season and like kind of see where things went. But
But
anyway,
Luka got in the way of that.
what's that?
oh, Luka.
Oh,
Yeah, the old monarch butterfly got in the way of that one.
We've seen that butterfly. BT ups.
Yes.
Up
Have you
close
seen
and
it in the
personal.
flesh?
Wow, you're making it seem like we had some intimate relationship.
No, we just
Oh,
he
listen,
was
I'm
lonely.
jealous.
That doesn't sound good either. My God, I'm just gonna stop.
Okay. Okay.
No, keep going.
Did you get to touch said butterfly?
We got to hug.
Yeah,
So it was
hug.
about
Maybe chest to chest contact, perhaps.
That's
Yeah,
true.
it was
You have the
funny.
butterfly energy.
Yeah, it transferred. It was like a metamorphosis between us.
Is he as good looking in person as he is on TV?
More.
Yes, more so.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah.
The other person that was more good looking was Colin from Below Deck Sailing Yacht. I don't know if you
I
guys
can
watch Sailing Yacht,
imagine.
but
He's a hottie.
yeah,
He was
Yes.
beautiful.
yeah.
I
And
think
what
you heard
about
a
Captain
collective
Jason?
swoon when he came
Oh,
out.
I mean,
Like-
yeah, Jason's like, it's like, I don't know, like he's
We
beyond.
call him the Hugh Jackman of the sea.
I
Ooh,
believe it.
yeah.
Yes.
I like that.
He's so handsome and sweet and
Yes.
kind and just he loves
Delicious.
sparkles, by the way. So if you ever get a
Does
chance
he?
to meet him,
Wear
wear sparkles.
Yeah, he's
Loves
like,
it.
"Ooh, I love
Good
that jacket."
tip.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I'm not a really sparkly girl, but I
Well,
could make an exception.
You
Yeah,
could wear sparkly earrings, maybe.
True.
yeah,
There you go.
There you go. Yeah, I'm sure you saw our BravoCon footage, but you know how Bravo surprised us with him, like the first day, right? Wasn't it our first day?
Yeah, it was the first day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they were interviewing us and asking all these questions and like kept asking questions about him, and then the curtains opened and he walked out, and it was like so incredible. But we're
That-
waiting to find out where they're going to use that footage. I don't know.
So exciting for you
That's
both.
so cool.
Yeah, we were.
That was the greatest day ever because we thought our friend from college who works with this group that we were interviewing with, we thought she hooked it up. We were like, oh, well, maybe, and she goes, I have no idea what you're talking about. We're like, yeah, whatever. And then she sends us a screenshot of us talking with Jason and everything. And she goes, this was sent to me by one of the guys that I work with. I'm like, oh, you really had no idea what was going on. Okay.
Yeah, it was so
Wow,
exciting.
amazing.
Did you get a chest to chest with Jason?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we did
Yeah.
hug him a lot. It was almost embarrassing how many times we saw him and hugged him.
He's very
'Cause we-
huggable.
We
Oh,
had
he is.
multiple
Thursday night.
photo ops. Yeah, and then the
Yeah.
Captain Lee's talk, and he was there, and we asked a question. And
I
yeah, it
saw
was
that.
like by the
Yeah.
third day, it was like, are you sick of us? Like it's us again.
Because
We
we're not
started
sick
taking
of
funny
you.
photos. So
Right.
that was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was almost embarrassing.
Never.
Also this season we had the disappearing island. We had the like beach setups on that little disappearing island. That was interesting.
Sure.
Um
So that's a sandbar.
Yeah, it's not actually an island.
right. Yeah, I guess. Or it's on an island during low tide, I guess. But
Yeah, or a sandbar. It's pretty amazing though, right? Like we would we will go there for you and take photos.
oh, we
And-
would love that. Is it near
Oh my
where
gosh.
you guys are? How far are you from
No.
the West Indies?
It's a quick flight. It's a 2-hour flight. So that's
Okay.
off Cairns, isn't it?
Oh,
Near
yeah.
Green Island. A lot of proposals happen on Vlasov K. So they helicopter them in. and do the proposal there with
my
obviously amazing
gosh.
photos. But yeah, it's a big spot for
Okay.
dramatic things, that you want to do.
Absolutely.
That's
I
cool.
loved how in that season too, I think it was I feel like it was the group of guys, I can't really remember, but they just sat there in chairs and had beers at
Yes.
sunset as the
Yeah, like
island
played
or sandbar
cornhole.
slowly.
Yeah.
It was very cool.
They just
Yeah.
had fun, didn't they?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, it was cool. Unrelated, but have you guys been to Harvey Bay?
Yeah.
Yes.
And wait, what's the island? Fraser Island
Yeah.
Yes.
off the
Fraser,
coast. That
like
is
the
my
crew
number
member.
one most spectacular place I've ever been. It's so incredible.
Fraser Island is phenomenal.
I mean,
It should be one of the wonders of the world.
it
Yeah.
should. It was so incredible. Yeah, I went with one of the like tour groups, so you're like on a bus or whatever, and you camp out there for a night or two and
Did you
just
see any dingoes?
saw dingoes. Yep.
Yeah.
And just like the clear water, being up on the cliffs and looking down and seeing like manta rays and all kinds of things swimming by. And then there was like a river that was like crystal clear, and then there was that green lake, and then there was a crystal clear like blue lake. It was just in the sand dunes. It was just really
Crazy.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It is lovely. Carla and I and our families and another family friend, we annually go up to Rainbow Beach. So you would have had to have gone to
Okay.
Rainbow Beach as well to then get across to Fraser Island.
Okay.
So it's a stunning part of Queensland. So it's beautiful.
Yeah. So you're so lucky that you live near there. That's just so cool.
We are actually.
Yeah, we do appreciate our beaches here. They're beautiful. You can't beat them, in my opinion.
Yeah. So cool. So you guys, like us, were very into Sarina's beautiful charcuterie boards that she did this season. She really has a talent.
Amazing.
Compared to, sorry, Jack, but let's bring that up. Like, oh my God, Serena needs to do like a charcuterie 101 with all of these chefs. She can't be beaten with her welcome platters, can she?
No. I do remember someone commenting on the fact that was it her charcuterie board that she had like a jar of something that she just flicked the lid off, and that was a big hot topic.
Okay. That's so funny.
So we do know that Serena, Harry, and Jack have recently been holidaying. Have you seen them holiday together?
I have. Where were
Oh yeah, I did see that because they did a workout video.
Yes.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, that was so
and
funny.
And they had Harry on the barbecue, and Serena and Jack were doing like this little skit where it's like, hurry up, we need our food, we need our food.
They have good sense of humor for sure. I love all three of them. I love that they're all genuinely friends and like hang out and vacation together and stuff.
Yeah.
Same. So do I.
It's nice.
Yeah, just have a really good sense of humor. So let's see. Speaking of Zarina, the other big thing that happened this season was Zarina and Joao kind of getting together, and then you guys know kind of what happened after the fact, how things did not go well, and he was dating somebody else.
Yeah, it was interesting that she went there considering that he'd been with her best friend. And I think she really struggled with that whole decision anyway.
Yeah.
But he really was like a different person to the previous times that we've seen him. Like when he came on, I was like, watch out for this guy, Lainz, because he's got Jezebel.
That much.
He really, I think, controlled himself and wanted to put forward this image. And Serena was they were cute together.
Yeah,
they were.
I mean, and he's very good looking. He could be very charming. So I totally get it.
Very charming.
Yeah, but Aisha she knew not to trust him.
Yes.
She's a smart girl.
So do you guys remember?
She is a smart girl.
From that season, charter guest Brandon, and he went for the late night swim with the other girl. He's going to be on again this season, like with this current season of Below Deck OG. He's a charter guest.
Is he really?
Yes. And he keep letting me know he thinks their episode's going to be on in April. So we'll see.
Are you guys going to interview him?
Maybe we could have him on. That might be fun. Yeah, we'll
It'd
have
be
to
interesting.
see. Yeah, he was really good friends with Laura, who should not be named from
Yes.
that
Really?
Oh, how do you
season.
know this?
But he did not realize, he didn't know what had happened. So once it aired, he was like, oh my God. And like, I think he's
Wow.
probably totally cut ties with her since then because
Yeah.
she didn't tell him like what happened.
I love this insider info.
I know. So I felt like we were kind of keeping him at a distance, but now I'm like, he didn't know. He had no
He
Right.
idea.
didn't know.
So, but he was doing like guest spots on TV shows with her, like being interviewed on
Wow.
local morning shows. And then of course what happened. So anyway, but they're gonna have a premiere party in DC in April. So we're just waiting to see what the date of that's gonna be. So maybe we'll get to go. That'd be fun.
Okay.
That would be
And we
cool.
also know that Jill Zarin from
Yes.
Real Housewives of New York is going to be a guest.
Yes.
And Carla, you've got a little bit of
Oh, I just saw did you guys see what Fraser was saying about her on socials? What she
that
wanted
she's just
on the,
like the worst guest of the season, right?
he said she had this thing where she needed ice made from a specific water and kept in a specific freezer.
Oh no. Jill.
The Jill Zarin ice.
All right, this sounds
So that begs the
hilarious.
question. It makes me wonder, like, what would be your outrageous thing that you would have on your request list that you would have to
Yeah.
have, like the crazy ice, or I don't know.
We've
Medium
talked about
plus
this a
meat.
lot. What's on your preference sheet? Let's go through.
I think we're pretty low key.
We're
Yeah.
Oh,
easy
yeah.
as.
We want to
think
go
No
to
beach
bed early.
picnics.
No beach
beach
picnics.
picnics.
We'll stay on the boat. I mean, we'll go do something, but like you don't need to set up a whole thing.
So if it was down under, you would
Yeah.
definitely need to go snorkeling or diving.
Oh yeah, for
that
sure.
has
sure.
to be on your,
Mhm.
but without the irukandjis, you can't go
What?
in stinger season.
What's irukandjis? What's that?
So it's like the tiniest of tiny jellyfish, like the
Oh,
size
like
of
the
your
box
pinky nail.
jellyfish?
But deadly.
Worse.
Oh,
Worse.
that's tiny.
It's so tiny and you can't see it and
Oh,
it will kill
God.
you.
Oh my
Oh.
God. Okay.
So
Fair enough. I'm
Okay.
good.
so in stinger
When
season, you have to wear like a full thing. So when Brandon
Oh.
jumped in the water, we were like, you were just, we would never do that. We would never go in the water at night. You just
Oh,
don't
yeah.
even go at dusk, do
Really?
you, for the beach? Like all the critters come out.
Sharky.
Sharks.
you guys have like
Crocs.
cone shells, you have so many killer things. So what season is it that the jellyfish are there?
Unfortunately, that's summer, the hottest
Oh,
time.
man.
So if you go up north in, December, January, February, you got to wear a full stinger suit.
And it's where the water is the best.
So all the
Jeez.
beaches up there, you would have seen all the beaches up there have stinger nets.
Oh wow, I did
So
not know
if you
that.
want to
See, and
swim
I
at the
was
beach.
there in your winter though, because it was our
Okay.
summer, so it was your winter.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's awful. I'm sorry.
Wow.
So speaking of weather, we're summer now. So our day today, and I saw that one of you said something about snowing in an intro
Oh,
that you
yeah,
did. So
Kelly.
our weather today is 35 degrees Celsius with 100% humidity. So
Oh
that
my
is, what was it,
gosh.
Fahrenheit? 90
90 something.
90 something
Jeez. Oh my gosh,
Fahrenheit.
it's so hot.
Yeah, no
And
thanks.
so
Yeah, we got 2 inches of snow last night. I'm good. It's 29 degrees right now, so
Wow. Oh, it's beautiful in Charleston. It's like 65 degrees. I don't know what that is, but just like the perfect temperature, spring, lovely.
20, I reckon.
well,
20
see, I have never even seen snow.
Wow.
I
Oh my
know.
gosh.
send
Go to
some to
Ohio.
you.
Yeah. You'll
I'll
nail
send you
it.
some.
You've got some to spare.
Yeah, just a little bit.
2 inches.
Okay, so
right.
we're going to stop here. And for Above Deck listeners, if you want to hear the rest of this discussion, head over to the Aft Deck Podcast. The link is in the show notes. And there you will hear our discussion of season 11 of Below Deck OG. And then we're going to try to get into some insider information about Below Deck Down Under season 3. So we'll see you over at the Aft Deck Podcast.
See you over there.
Okay.
We'd see you in the future,
Oh,
wouldn't it?
thanks for keeping us on track.
We never stay on track.
Okay,
We're
let's.
just like diverting.
No, these are great
segueing.
conversations. Like I think it's
Yeah,
great.
this is a bonus episode. We can do whatever we want to do.
Okay, good.
Carla
Okay.
does all our editing, so I end up saying to her, "I'm really sorry. I talked about
I end up telling her to shush.
stop telling me about what's happened in your day. We're trying to just do the podcast."
Do you guys always record together in person?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so
Nice.
nice. We've only gotten to do that like once or twice.
It
So
is
fun.
nice.
Yeah.
We did get to interview Chase from Sailing Yacht on his personal
Oh.
yacht.
Wow.
Over right before New Year's Eve. So that was really exciting. I got to go down to Charleston and spend the weekend with Sarah and got to hang out with Chase.
Yeah.
Wait, you went onto his boat to interview him?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
He
Yeah,
invited
his
us.
boat is docked
amazing.
like, I don't know, 5 miles away from where my house is.
It was
So,
That
really
would have been
neat.
so fun.
yeah, it was cool.
Did he give you champagne?
He did give us champagne, actually. Yeah, I
Awesome.
think he
Come
wanted
to think of it, yeah.
he wanted to loosen us up, I think.
I feel like that would have been an appropriate welcome drink.
Yeah, he did. And
It
we
was
got to
great.
meet Charlie. Yeah, it was really fun.
We've got a little care package for you here.
Twisties.
So we're going to send you some Australian goodies.
No way.
So we've got some Tim Tams.
Tim Tams.
For
I've
each
heard
of
of
you.
that.
Have you tried this?
Vegemite.
Is that Vegemite?
I have, but
Oh, that's some
I've heard
twisting.
recently that maybe I've been used too much. Like maybe you need a thinner layer. I might need
Okay.
instructions on Vegemite.
So if you try it and you don't like it, just find an Aussie and they'll take it off your hands.
So we've got you a
Okay.
little caramello koala.
Oh, that's so cute.
Now,
Oh,
this
they're
is yum.
so
This is
sweet.
chocolate with caramel in the middle. So
Send
what
us-
we'll do is we'll get your PO box or whatever you're willing
Oh,
to do, and we'll
thank
send you our
you.
little Australian care package, and we hope you enjoy.
Oh, that's
Oh, we
so
will. Thank
sweet.
you. That's so kind of you. Thank you.
You're
Oh, I
welcome.
love that. One of my favorite things when I travel is going to the grocery and seeing all the brands and things that you guys have. Just
I
like,
could spend hours in international supermarkets. I love
Oh,
it.
the best.
And yet we try to not be in supermarkets here.
Right. Same old, same old. Oh my
Right.
God, I'm gonna
Exactly.
send you guys some ramen.
Please do.
Okay, I will.
It's funny.
Okay, well, let's get into season 11 of Below Deck OG.
Yes, let's do it.
So we have an Aussie captain, Captain Kerry. Do you guys
Mm.
understand all of his little like phrases that he uses?
100%.
You do.
Very easily.
Oh.
We weren't sure
We'll call
about
you
him.
next time.
Yeah, please do.
He's done a lot of traveling though, and we
Okay.
just thought, oh, is he going to be too hard?
Mhm.
But he's
Yeah.
actually shown us this super sensitive, not super sensitive, I mean that in a good way, like this
Yeah.
really kind
Yeah.
soul.
Mhm.
So we're loving Captain Kerry.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
I think
I
he's
love
very
him.
sweet.
So sweet. And just, he's a straight guy, like just straight arrow,
Straight
like,
shooter. Yeah.
yeah, just really great guy. And
mean-
in person, he's really awesome too. So yeah.
You guys have met him at yeah?
Yeah, we've met
Did
him a couple times. We actually met him at BravoCon last year, but Below Deck Adventure hadn't aired yet, so nobody really knew who he was.
Yeah.
So
Did you
he's kind
chest to chest with him?
I guess
This
we
year we
hug him.
did. I think
Yeah.
we got hugs from everybody.
There
So
was that one photo op where Captain Kerry, you and me were all wearing like lilac purple shirts.
Oh.
Do you remember that?
I remember that. I remember
let
seeing
me
that.
look through my memory
Oh,
book.
look at you.
Yeah, that was
Oh.
kind of funny that he was wearing such a purple shirt and we were too that day. Yeah,
Now
he
tell
just
me,
seems
did he
like-
have a piccolo in his hand? A little piccolo coffee?
I was gonna ask you what a piccolo was because there it is.
That's awesome.
With Glenn.
Great shot.
I just listened to your most recent episode and you mentioned coffee and piccolo, and what is that, a brand name? What is that? It's not a
No, you take
So,
it, you drink piccolos.
A piccolo is an espresso. A piccolo is an espresso shot with
Oh.
a dash of milk.
Oh, okay.
So a really little cup. basically.
I don't know if does he put milk in his coffee?
I think he does.
A dash.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, piccolo.
Okay.
And he did respond because I asked him how many he has a day.
Yeah.
He said it's one of the most asked questions that he's had. And I think it was at 9.
9.
That's
a
a
lot
lot.
of caffeine.
That's
A lot of
caffeinated.
espresso.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow, wow,
Okie
wow.
dokie.
He does have a lot of energy.
He does.
So
He does
I
a lot of
really-
walkarounds.
Yeah, a
Yeah.
lot of walkarounds. He's always watching, always circling.
Yeah.
Isn't he meticulous in what he sees? He sees things that I'm like, how did you even pick that up?
Yeah. I
think
I
that's-
do like it. I kind of appreciate it. Unless he's
I do
doing
too.
it like, I don't know, it could get old. So I really like the little sound bites that you guys put on Instagram. I think those are so funny. I love your descriptions of scenes, like the one you just said of, I think it was Zan after she fell in the hot tub and she's being walked back to her room by Ben and she's like bing bing bing, you know, like from one side of the hallway to the other.
Thank you.
Those are so good.
Carla does those little sound bites. It's always a surprise to me what she puts up on Instagram. I'm like, what now? Like what have you picked of that episode that you thought we'll put up there? But
Yeah.
And also, Xandie got back to us about the true crime pods. Remember when
Yeah.
that
Oh, what did
snippet
she
that we all
say?
shared? Yeah. One was called Snapped and one was called, I think, The Murder Sheet.
Okay.
I'll have to check it. I'll send it to you. But she was like,
Okay.
yeah, these ones.
Oh, so it-
Anything.
So
like
she
I
was listening to them. Okay.
She was.
Oh,
Excellent.
that's so interesting. So what other thoughts do you guys have so far about the season?
well, we know that there's going to be a lot of firings. So in our last episode, we were like, who do you think is going to go 1st?
Mhm.
So if we're going on the last couple of episodes,
Mhm.
we're thinking Barbie, but
Yeah.
we're kind of like, it's a shame if she goes because she's a really good worker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's great.
And the conflict between her and Kat, like we said in our last episode, could have easily been resolved if
Yeah.
Fraser had just been a little bit more upfront with her
Yeah.
and said to her, this is not about you. It's
Mhm.
something separate. It's a personal thing for Kat. And then I think that would have eased their
Yeah.
tension between each
Yeah.
other.
Yeah.
So we're like, it doesn't have to be this way, guys.
Yeah. You
If it's
couldn't
not
have
Barbie,
two more different
Go.
backgrounds than Kat and Barbie. Like they are so
Oh,
awesome.
Oh,
completely.
yeah.
So
they're
bizarre.
talking cheese.
And I don't know even if Barbie knows what Kat's background is. She doesn't,
Yeah,
does
I
she?
don't think so. No.
So,
No.
yeah, a big gap there.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess if it's not Barbie, the logical person is Jared.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
especially with that little snippet that Ben says on his stories about stepping up into the bosun role. So he's like, oh, you're just going to have to watch and see.
Wait
So
and see. Yeah.
Oh.
That seems like an
Okay.
obvious way that the plot would go, but I don't know. Captain Kerry has also said, you know, that he didn't think Ben was ready for the bosun position, at least not at the beginning of the season. So
mhm.
I don't know what's
Yeah.
going to happen.
We'll have to wait and see.
Do you think things are going to work out with Sunny and Ben?
No.
Do
Not
you?
optimistic.
Do you guys? What do you guys think?
No, I think she's over it.
I
Yeah.
think Ben's a little naughty this season. So I think Ben's having a bit of fun,
Yeah.
not just with Sunny.
He
Yeah,
is
him.
the stew slayer. So we
Okay.
have to be, he's the self-proclaimed stew slayer. So I don't think that's a good thing, but we'll roll with it.
Who is the other stew that he's going to get involved in? Is it somebody that's already there, or do we think it's someone that's going to come in?
New. I reckon someone
Yeah.
new,
Okay.
which means one of them has to leave, right?
Yeah, Kat or Barbie is
Yeah.
going to have to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we also don't see like the trailers for this season are all of, and we spoke about this, are all of the current cast. So you don't really get to see much of the, because we've already, like Carla, you mentioned that we'd already seen the fight between Ben and Fraser. We'd already seen a lot of the stuff that's been on the trailers. So there's
Mhm.
got to
Yeah.
be new blood coming in.
That's a good point.
Oh, I'm just looking at your guys' notes. You said, Kyle, what we know about that scar.
Did you see photos of that scar?
Oh, that
Of the-
was That was disturbing. What
the
did he
wound.
say? It was like a branding or something. What
He
was
was
it?
Yeah.
branded with a coat hanger.
Ugh.
It didn't look like a coat hanger. It looked
Nope.
like he'd been branded with a sledgehammer. That's how big it was.
Yeah. It looked awful. Very
I had a little
infected.
bit of vomit in my mouth when I saw that picture.
Yeah, Kelly, you probably shouldn't look at it.
Is it as bad as watching Dr. Pimple Popper videos?
I can't do that. I can't.
Oh, see, I'm
Yeah.
fine.
Okay.
It's
I
the
could
whole thing
see-
is like hearing people puke. I can't do that. Like, bleh, or see
Yeah.
it.
So gross.
It's over.
You would have been no good on a trip that Carla and I did. We went from a place called 1770 in Queensland, and it's like so we've got from there across to, where did we go? What island was it? Musgrave? We can't even remember where we went. It was to another island.
Oh, it was
Uh-huh.
Lady Musgrave Island on the
Lady
Great
Musgrave.
Barrier Reef.
Yes.
Oh,
So
wow.
we
Okay.
get all the kids in this boat and we're going across. We're thinking we're really going to have a lovely time. Everyone on that boat was vomiting.
No.
Every person.
Nope.
You couldn't look without seeing someone vomit. And
Oh,
the
that's
crew
awful.
were just like going to the tables and just wiping it off with their hands.
That is disgusting. Oh my God. That is such a nightmare.
It was
That's
awful.
nasty.
We called it the vomitron.
She is not kidding.
That's awful.
Big bins, just sweeping it in.
Coach, stop.
Kelly's like, I'll be right back. Wow.
But yeah,
All right.
let's get back
That's
to
horrendous.
Below Deck.
We've
So
got some
go ahead.
We've got some news on Xandie.
Oh yeah. What do you
Oh.
have?
Do you know what her side hustle is?
No. A
She's a
vampire?
stand-up comic.
What? How did you find this out?
I was just on socials and I was just
Yeah.
kind of going into like this, hours and hours on end. You know what that's like. You're just
Mhm.
kind of scrolling.
Yeah.
And I came across this article and it said that she is a stand-up comic on the side. She enjoys engaging with stand-up comedy, something like that. I was like,
Okay.
I can't see it, but
Well, now
go
I'm
you.
praying that they're gonna do like a talent show night and we'll get to see some of that. That would be great.
That would be good.
Wow.
It would be
That would
nice
be
to see
amazing.
more of things like that. We haven't had much crew fun,
Yeah. That would
Yeah,
definitely
we
be
need-
on our preference sheet to do like a group scavenger hunt or like just
Yeah.
something where we get to like play together.
I love it when they do like the crew guest Olympics.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's always fun.
Yeah.
Good. Always too much fun.
Yeah, I like that. We need more Xandie in general. Like she just hasn't gotten enough camera time.
Yeah, we love Xandie. We think she's cool.
Let's see. We talked about Jill Zarin coming. That's going to be exciting in the ice debacle. Yeah, any other like kind of last minute thoughts before we move on to Below Deck, Down Under, kind of what we know about season 3?
I think we're good. Do you guys have anything?
I think we're good.
All right.
I mean, we're just happy to see Fraser and Ben back on the screens, to be honest.
Yes.
I love it when an old crew member comes back.
Yeah.
I'm hanging for another season where Aisha's there. I would love to see Hayley back. Hayley and
Mhm.
Fraser's
Yes.
friendship was great.
Yeah.
They were
Um,
wonderful.
So who would be your ideal crew if you
Oh.
were on?
We have done this before. Well, Aisha's kind of like our number one.
Yes.
Chef
Chef Dave.
Dave
Oh, yes.
cooking. Yes.
I feel like Culver would have to be there because he's
Yeah,
just
he's fun.
fun.
Yeah.
Like
He's
I
the
want to see Pete
CEO.
Stone. Yeah. So we got to have the CEO there.
Kelly would choose Jamie, the bosun from Down Under season 1. She has a major crush on him. I like Lewis from Adventure. I think he's adorable.
Yes. He's
Yeah.
super
What about
sweet,
you
too.
guys? Who would be part of your crew?
Aisha is our top pick.
Yeah.
Who's yours, Carla?
I think we'd have Captain Jason.
Mhm.
Yes.
Aisha. We'd have to have Ben
Yeah.
Yeah.
because we're loyal Aussies.
Mhm, mhm.
We're just
Um,
picking all the except Aisha's from New Zealand, so she's basically an Aussie. We've
Yeah.
just picked a whole Australian crew so far.
I mean, I would like to see Luka's monarch butterfly in person.
Yeah,
There you
yeah.
go.
Maybe
we
a
be
little chest
naughty?
to chest.
Would
Mhm.
we be naughty and put in Katie Flood?
Ooh, yeah.
That would be some good drama. Yeah, I like that.
Haley, of course. Haley would
Yeah.
be
Yes.
fun.
With-
Fraser.
With her Doritos.
Mm.
I also
All I
wonder
wanted was
if
good night
Haley,
Doritos.
I wonder if Haley might make an appearance this season. I did see that she's been in LA once or twice, and that's where they film their green screens.
Oh,
So I would think that maybe she could fill in at some point. I don't know. I
Well,
don't think
also,
she wasn't a great stew, but she was great TV.
Yes.
Yeah.
she was excellent TV. Also, I think it was Ben who said, or maybe it was Fraser, who said that they're going to see some return people.
Oh, okay. All right.
So you could be onto something. You heard it here first, peeps.
That's
You
right.
heard it here first. Haley's coming back.
Yay.
Yes.
Get that boat fully stocked with Doritos now.
That's right.
Yes, that's all
That's
she
right.
wanted. Good night, Doritos.
And a really good vacuum that vacuums up cake.
Dyson.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. That
Do you
was one of
remember
the
when she was back?
best
It was so funny.
scenes. That was pure comedy. And Tyler, was that his name?
Yes.
Yes.
Stu.
He was
Tyler.
lovely. Tyler.
He was.
He is.
Very sweet.
Very sweet kid. Yeah.
All right. So, Carla and Lainz, you are in Australia. What have you heard about season 3 of Down Under?
If anything.
Right.
We may disappoint here.
We-
We don't
Really?
know a lot.
We
Okay.
can tell you who the captain is, but you already know
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, yeah. No
No,
other.
That
you
works.
know what?
Have they started filming? Have you
They've
heard?
not started filming,
No.
Okay.
Oh,
which
wow.
is interesting to me, but we did learn that they film in our winter, so
Okay.
Okay.
June, August, but that doesn't leave a lot of time for editing and getting it out there. So I'm a bit confused by that. I don't know if that's accurate.
Yeah.
We do know that it's going to be in the similar location. So it's up north. It's like Cairns, Ellie Beach area. It's Great Barrier Reef.
It's got to be Great Barrier
You
Reef.
can't
Yeah.
not.
Yeah,
Be
for
there.
diving purposes.
Well,
Yes.
we can always throw it out there. So, hey, Captain Jason, we know you listen. Just give us a little bit, a nibble, just a little love nibble of what we can expect or what's happening, or,
Yeah.
have you taped?
I
That's
love
it.
it. I love nibble.
I'll take a
love
love
nibble.
nibble from Captain Jason.
Every one of us will have a little love nibble of Captain
Yes.
Jason. We'll share him on
Definitely.
our preference sheet.
That's it.
Yes. So do you think that they film in winter because of the jellyfish situation?
Possibly, and that would make us feel a lot better about Brandon taking a dip.
It's
Yeah.
also still hot up there. It's never winter up there.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
it's always hot. You won't, that's not a problem. You'd still
Okay.
swim. We do know that a cast member from season 8,
Aisling, do you remember her?
Aisling Lauger,
Yes.
She's an Aussie.
may
Okay.
be on the show.
She did an
might be on
interview
the show.
recently where she spilled a little bit of this information, and then
Okay.
they were like, "Oh, are you on it?" And she was like, "Obviously, I can't tell you that. I can neither
Mhm.
confirm nor deny. So possibly she's on it."
Well, it certainly is going to be interesting. I'm glad that they're doing another season. I think we are going to have a break potentially in because we don't have adventure anymore. And I think sailing out's going to come out a little bit later. I think they're going to kind of drag out these seasons. So hopefully at least we won't have overlapping episodes. We don't like that.
No, and I hope that they do just one episode a week for
Yes.
Down Under and not double up.
I can't cope.
know. It just rushed the season. It was too much.
Yeah.
And so maybe that will fill up a bit of that gap.
Yeah.
It was the best rating Below Deck though. So
Below Deck Down Under was?
yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. And that's
Yeah.
incredible because it started on Peacock and then they moved it to Bravo. So
Yeah.
how big is Below Deck there? Are tons of people watching it in Australia or no?
80% of our listeners are from the US.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that gives you
Same
a
as
bit of an
us, same as
indication.
us, actually. Okay.
It's also on pay TV. It's not free to air.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that is
Yeah.
limiting for quite a few people. But the older seasons are coming now onto free to air TV. So that might see a bit
Oh,
more of an
okay.
uptake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is Bravo big there in general or not really?
It's big for me.
It's big. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I do think so. I think Real Housewives is big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Southern Charm, that was
Mhm.
a big one. There was another one that I loved, and it's not there anymore. God, what was the name of it? It was about New Orleans.
Southern Charm, New Orleans,
Yeah,
wasn't it?
yes, that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't watch that.
And that was great. I really liked that. But we've got a friend from New Orleans who lives here now, so I think it was
cool.
just cool to see
Yeah.
his home state.
Yeah.
But yeah, Real Housewives is probably the biggest
Okay. Did
pull
you
of
watch
Bravo.
Southern Charm, Savannah by chance?
I did watch a little bit of it, but I
Not your
didn't
favorite?
really get
It only lasted
into.
2 seasons. I like that one though.
Yeah, I mean, I can't go past the original Southern Charm. I love
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, they have a good cast.
And it looks so pretty there. Like
It
everything
is.
looks really
Yeah.
lovely.
So
It's really
pretty.
pretty.
It's so pretty, and the sun is out, and it's beautiful. It was the same temperature here in Columbus as it was down in Charleston, but the sun was out in Charleston when I was there. And I'm like, this makes all the difference.
Yeah,
So,
Mm,
for sure.
but it's beautiful. Just
And that whole
picturesque.
Southern hospitality,
Mm.
it's a culture amongst itself.
Yeah,
is.
for sure. But it's kind of like nice, nasty. It's nice to your face, and then they'll talk about you behind your
It's
back.
like it's a bit like bless your heart.
Yeah, it's very
Yes.
hard. Yeah, for
Yes.
sure. Well, is there anything else you guys want to talk about before we kind of wrap it up?
I think we're good, but we just want to thank you and say
Yeah, thank you
it's
guys
been
so
really
much
nice.
for doing this crossover with us. This is the first time we're doing this. We're half the episode
Oh,
we have one and half
great.
the other. So hopefully it'll
Yeah.
bring some new listeners to both of us. And
We do have a couple of loyal Aussie listeners, so I think they might pop over to you guys
yeah,
after this.
cool.
Yay. It's so fun. It was so great chatting with you too.
You
Yeah.
too.
It's been really lovely, and we'll get your care packages in the mail.
Thank
Oh.
you so
Thank
much.
you so
Yeah,
much.
give us an address for you guys too. I'll send you some Southern and US specialties.
Awesome.
Well, we'll have to cut now and get your details, and you'll get ours, and then we'll
Okay.
all be safe from the creeps.
Yeah, exactly.
And
All right,
we'll
well,
meet you in person at BravoCon next year.
Oh, that would
Yes.
be so great.
Yes.
Yes.
Crossing all our fingers.
Fingers crossed,
Yes.
Fingers crossed. So, well, Kelly and I are going to stay on. We're going to do a little outro, but thank you guys so much. This has been just super fun.
Thank you. We've really enjoyed it, and we'll talk to you soon.
Okay.
All right,
Bye.
great. Thanks so
You want to
much.
just send us your address later?
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll just send
Yeah,
it.
we can do
Alright.
that.
Okay, cool.
Thanks,
All right,
ladies.
Bye.
All
Bye.
right, bye. That was
Oh
fun.
my God, I love them.
I know. I just love their
I want-
accents.
I want to be friends with them all the time.
Yeah. I hate that they live so far away. Like, we'll be lucky if we get to meet them.
All right, so we'll meet in the middle in Guam.
Yeah. Hawaii, maybe? No. Yeah,
That would be fun too.
That's it for this week's episode of Above Deck. Thank you to our team at Hurrdat Media, especially our amazing producer, Grace. Please subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. Don't forget to tell a friend, and please rate and review us 5 stars only. And thank you to Carla and Lainz from the Aft Deck Podcast. Listen to the Aft Deck wherever you get your podcasts, and please follow them on Instagram at theaftdeck.pod.
Follow us on Instagram at Above Deck Pod, and you can email us also at abovedeckpod@gmail.com. Check us out on YouTube on the Hurrdat Media YouTube channel. Until next week, I'm Kelly Busby.
And I'm Sarah Goldman. See you next week.
Peace.
Peace.